think in education too often we do what I call energy drink intervention. You change something, it makes a difference, but it makes a difference that doesn't persist. So I think about how do you make change that is sustainable and that is broad in scope.
If we accept a student at the University of Washington-Bothell, we believe that they have the capacity to succeed here. And we know that when a student graduates, they are able to improve their own experience, their family's trajectory. And so this work really is vital to our mission.
We're in the business of transforming lives. But that means that from a student success standpoint, that we want to make sure those students have all the tools that they can to really become very successful and to thrive here and be extremely successful in the world.
We decided to apply for AASCU's SSEI program because it was a nice fit for where we're at with our strategic plan, and we thought that it might provide an organizing framework for us as we move forward with advancing our goals for ensuring that all students succeed at UNC.
SSEI has been really amazing for us because what it's done is it allows us to sit down as a leadership team, take a moment to think, and actually be strategic about the work that we're doing.
Being able to partner with AASCU's SSEI initiative allowed us to mirror the efforts we had going on campus with an external third party who would help us to be able to really prepare for what student success looks like, having conversations and sessions about what's going on campus, and really getting real about our student success initiatives.
I think we had to start with knowing that we need to have a plan. And we call it our Student Success Strategic Plan. So we started looking at data. One of the things we found was that we were struggling with our persistence rate, so students moving, the percentage of first-time, full-time students that moved from the fall semester to the spring semester.
AASCU helped us put that plan together and really be able to create the steps needed for all parties and stakeholders to be involved.
SSEI has said, okay, you need to kind of bring it in a little bit and think about what is the question that you're trying to answer, what is the problem you want to solve. With the coaching that we received through SSEI and working with the leadership team, we were able to really refine that question and then take a look at all of our initiatives and see which ones are the ones we want to allocate resources to.
First goal was to really strengthen data literacy and data access on our campus.
With SSEI, we were able to bring institutional research more into our leadership conversations and talk about how do we do this strategically so that it is sustainable for institutional research and we can get the data that we need and answer the questions that we need.
The amount of dedicated time that we spent on certain topics and having the time to address those topics using data and making informed decisions, I think that was by far one of the best parts of the SSEI initiative. I learned things about my university I had not known before through that data and engagement.
Another powerful piece of this is the cross-pollination of just collegially meeting and listening to other institutions and the projects that they're working on, gathering ideas from that and inspiration and encouragement, hearing about what worked and what hasn't.
Transformation came by having other voices share best practices with our institutional leaders to say, this is what has been successful on our campus, and maybe you should try it.
One of the things SSEI provided was a lot of technical assistance.
We learned about a framework for looking at policy and practices from an equity perspective, and I have used that framework for revising policies, for constructing policies.
One of the policies that we worked on was our academic dismissal policy. We made recommendations to that policy, and in the first year, we saw a 95% decrease in the amount of students who were dismissed. There's small changes like this, where we analyze how certain policies impact students negatively, even when they are trying to really embrace their academic success. We as an institution recognize we could do better.
We partnered with several of these groups. The Student Voices Initiative through Motivate Lab, which helped us do focus groups with our students around belonging. Ad Astra, which did an analysis of our time schedule. And the third one was RPK, which helped us do some financial modeling of some of our student success models.
We used to schedule in a way that was very much historical. Why not be much more proactive in how we build our schedule and change the priority from historical and what is best for the faculty member and the department to what is best for the student. And our retention rate, for example, increased when we started doing that.
We were able, through the SSEI, to not only work with faculty and staff, but we also added students to the initiative to ensure their voice came throughout the program.
At first, I was so nervous because I wasn't necessarily at the time a student leader. I wasn't like the best performing student either. I felt very valued, like, oh, you want to hear what I have to say? And you're going to use what I'm saying? And it was awesome.
Our work with SSEI has really helped us improve the way that we solicit student feedback and the way that we use it moving forward.
I think it's really important to get student feedback, especially when I'm working really closely with the director. She's always asking me, what did you think of this last year? And I would tell her what I thought, and she would take note of that to not do some things that didn't work last year or to encourage things that worked.
We're taking a real deep look in terms of student experience and our practices and re-examining all kinds of practices and policies.
It feels like there's actually somebody that wants you to succeed. Like, you have your family, of course, but there's somebody outside of your family that actually wants you to take that leap, to take that chance. And it's really nice to have that.
I absolutely adore my HBCU. It is a family here, and it is what you make it. I really do trust in leadership that they're going to continue to listen and take into consideration what the students have to say because of who we have at the top.
I don't see this work going away any day soon because it's core to who we are and core to how we want to serve students.
I'm proud to say that in the midst of our transformation, we have grown our institution by over 20% since 2020 to 2025. It shows that if you have a plan and you monitor that plan, you make adjustments and celebrate the small wins, you can have success on your campus.
If you are able to help the employees do their work and they're happy and supported, that is the sustainability, right? It's really about providing changing behaviors and changing the culture and changing the support structure for the employees to do their work. And the staff and the faculty members, they're the ones who stay at institutions. So the more you can help them be successful, the more you're building sustainable systemic change.
The advantage that AASCU brings is raising awareness to both faculty and administrators about exactly that changing landscape of higher education and what are the important things that we have to be aware of. Getting together and comparing notes can only help each campus solve its problems in a more efficient and more impactful way.
We can have the dialogue and conversations and learn from each other. So to me, that's part of the long-term value, is that AASCU is very like-minded. We all are fighting for the same thing, and we know that we're speaking with one voice, and so that's extremely valuable.
I think there's something magical about the work that AASCU does.